Hey everybody, we are here at Double Fine Productions in San Francisco, and we're having a look at Brutal Legend right now. I've got the lead designer, Eric Robson, here to tell us a little about it. So Eric, let's start with the progress report. Where are you guys at right now with the development of the game?
We're here in the middle of the crunch trying to finish the game up. We're all really excited about it, and that's why Tim's not here right now. So here I am in his stead.
All right, so this is a pretty big moment for you guys, or at least for our side of it, because this is the first time we've gone hands-on with the game. So let's talk about the gameplay and the controls here. It's one part brawler, one part car combat, a little bit of other gameplay types thrown in there. What can you tell us about the balance of gameplay variety in the game?
Early on, it was the high concept, the heavy metal roadie who goes back in time that drove the project, and a lot of the mechanics just fell out of that naturally. That, of course, you know, you're going to have to be to some degree an axe-wielding barbarian. You're going to have to be driving a hot rod around. We like the idea of the open world, and so that we could really make that heavy metal landscape come alive. And then there's this element that you're building your army up over the course of the game, and that incorporates some strategic elements. And so I think we've gone to great pains to balance all these elements out, and we have missions that use subsets of these mechanics, and then big army battle missions that put them all together.
Let's start with the real basics here. The two primary weapons that Eddie has got in his arsenal are Clementine, the guitar, and the separator, which is the axe, sort of represents the up-close and ranged combat. Can you describe how those work for us?
Yeah, the axe, you start off with some basic melee combos, and then you acquire additional melee combos over the course of the game. The guitar, you have your Earthshaker, which is area of effect pushback, knocks everybody on their faces. You've got the lightning that comes down as a range attack, and then the pyro that shoots them up into the air. These are all, of course, effects associated with heavy metal stage shows and so forth. And as well, you also get the solos that get unlocked over the course of the game that produce much more powerful and more visually impressive and mechanically impressive effects.
So let's talk about the Deuce right now. What sort of challenges does that pose in terms of the gameplay when suddenly you go from real up-close and personal combat to really fast-paced car-based combat? That's pretty tricky. In most of the missions where you're on foot, you can't really use the Deuce. They're constrained by the environment. But we have missions that focus on Deuce gameplay, and then again, in the skirmish situations, all bets are off, and you can use all the tools at your disposal. Now, all these abilities that Eddie has, these are upgradable, right?
That's right. Over the course of the game, you get upgrades to your car. You can upgrade the engine, the nitro, the primary weapon, the secondary weapon. You get paint job upgrades. You can upgrade your guitar, your combos, your axe. So yeah, all these things get rewarded over the course of the campaign.
So clearly a lot going on in battle, and you guys still have decided to make the decision to go with that really clean heads-up display with basically almost no information on the screen. Most of it's contextual based on the character and audio cues that are going on. Why the decision to do that?
That's something that Tim feels pretty strongly about. That I think as a gamer, he feels like significant HUD elements take him out of the game. And so, wherever possible, we've tried to keep all of the gameplay information out in the world and contextualized. And it's been tough, but I think we've done a pretty good job of it.
Now, one of the highlights of the hands-on session that I just had was going up against that big metal spider boss battle. What sort of how would you describe the bosses in this game?
There aren't a whole lot of bosses. Most of them are, well, we have one that opens the game because we want to, start it up with a big bang. There are a few other bosses interspersed through the game, and they're traditional bosses. You know, you have to figure out some element of the mechanic that works to their detriment, and figure that out, and then use it to take them down.
All right, Eric, so it looks like it's coming along pretty nicely. So that obviously leads to our final question. When is the game going to be released, and which platforms is it going to be available on?
That's going to be on October 13th, 2009 on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
All right, Eric, thank you very much. So that'll do it for Brutal Legend from today, but stay tuned to our E3 stage show, and we'll have a little special surprise for you.